So I got a pretty incredible opportunity recently.
I'm actually driving a fucking half-track.
The title does not deceive you. I actually got a chance to come out and drive tanks. Essentially, a little while ago, I was reached out to over email by a fan of the channel who owns one of those like drive tanks businesses. You know, there's the big one, drivetanks.com down in Texas, but there's actually, believe it or not, there's actually a lot of them around. If you go around America, a lot of places, there are actually these little small businesses of people who own a couple armored vehicles, and they'll let you pay some money to go out there and drive them in circles or do whatever fun stuff. And this was one of those. So this family owns a bunch of really cool armored vehicles, and they have a business where you can go out and drive their tanks and actually also shoot some guns and crush cars and actually do a whole bunch of really cool stuff. The name of the place is the Mountain Fox Tank Corps, and they are located out in Colorado. You can check out their website down in the description. I'll leave a link. I'll also pin it in the comment below, most likely. Out in Colorado, where you get to drive a bunch of their tanks or other vehicles and shoot guns, and they also on their website offer crushing cars. The business was open for a while, but then they are moving location. They were doing it like on one plot of land, and now they're moving to a new plot of land. So the business is, as of recording this voiceover, the business isn't reopening yet, but it's about to be reopened. By the time this video is published, they're probably in business, and you can go check out their website. You can call them. You can see whatever's up. If you live in Colorado, or if you're nearby, or if you're passing through Colorado for a day, I can personally say that what they're doing is really, really awesome. I would highly recommend you check them out. And if you got little ones with you, one of the new parts of the business that they're offering is these cute little paintball tanks that are so freaking cool. Again, you'll see more of this in the video here. So the setup of this video, again, obviously is that they reached out to me and offered me an amazing opportunity to fly out to Colorado and stay with them and drive their tanks. But not just drive tanks, I also got to shoot a bunch of their guns, and I was there for a couple days, so I also got out to go to a cool aircraft museum and also take a look at some restored Sherman and Stuart and Greyhounds and a bunch of other vehicles. This is all going to be turned into like a multi-part saga, so there's going to be a lot of video content on this trip. I'm going to try not to interrupt too often with post commentary. I'm going to let sort of the video just speak for itself and my time out in Colorado, but I wanted to give that precursor as to what's going on and why was I out there doing this. And every single vehicle that they let me drive for this video is a vehicle that they are offering to the public as part of their business. So every single vehicle you see me drive in this video, you can drive yourself if you decide to come out to Colorado and do this yourself. And yeah, they're really great people. Like, it was just this great like Midwestern family that welcomed me into their home. Like, I stayed with them and like got to get to know them, and they're just really great people. The more drive tanks businesses that exist in the world, like, we need as many as we can get. So, and I'll say, like, thank you. You know who you are if you're watching. A huge thank you for giving me this opportunity. Like, it is not something that I thought I was worthy of, but you, I guess, did, and I'm very honored by it. And we're gonna get some great content out of it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all that fun YouTube stuff. Join the Patreon if you'd like. I like to get that stuff out of the way at the beginning of the video because I always forget to mention it at the end. Anyways, enough of this precursing. Let's get right into the tanks.
Don't hurt yourself. It's not worth it.
To hold the sword out of the stone. Gee whiz. Wowie. Okay, hold it. I don't want it to fall too fast. Use your fingers.
Okay. Yeah, grab the bars so you don't lose your fingers. Yeah. Okay. Just set it there.
Oh yeah.
Keep it there, and then you can come down.
Okay.
Putting this in the Edda hate channel. Let's go.
He's heavy. Those are really now I am a weakling, but still, those are very, very heavy. Even those are a little heavy. Yeah, can you tell I don't operate around tanks very much?
The thing about this vehicle is when you want to upshift, you have to double clutch.
So it would be, I'm in first, go to second, clutch in, go to neutral, clutch out, clutch in, put it in second, clutch out.
Now, the problem is you're going to slow down so much during that process
right.
that you don't need second anymore. You're going to
Right, okay.
Don't push it. You're first time.
Yeah. Gear stick is this one.
Gear shift is this one.
What is this?
This is your PTO, so your power takeoff. So that runs your winch.
Oh, okay.
And then handbrake, got the transfer case, so low and high.
All right.
Front, you can lock the front wheels, so it'd be 4-wheel drive.
It's a little out of your way. You really have to kind of reach for that. I guess your passenger can help. All right. No seatbelts, I guess, right?
No seatbelts.
Wow.
Now it's your power takeoff. Your
oh, right. Thank you.
there.
Thank you. Not really a solid point where you feel the bite.
There you go.
Pedals very heavy.
More gas.
We're moving. We stall. Whew. Push button start.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So there's a lot of, the clutch has to come out quite a lot before it bites. So I really got to do that. And the gas is very non-responsive. Right.
I think you could start it in second, so you could just move it to second. Yep.
Okay, got that.
A lot of gas.
Started in second on a half track. Woo! The pedals are so much heavier than anything I'm used to. World War II. This is real. I'm actually driving a fucking half track. I don't want to over rev it.
Let that guy through.
Yeah. Brakes. There you go. Out, and then we're gonna go all the way down. We're in neutral. All the way in on the clutch. Down. Oh wow, there you go. Out to neutral, clutch out, clutch all the way in, put it in first. Got the hang of this.
Yep.
We're good. That was close.
You were like 1.5 feet off.
Okay, good.
Right, stop. See if you can get it cranked far enough to the right to just turn right. Oh no.
Oh, I thought it was in neutral. Oh, I think I accidentally put it into. I think I accidentally put it into third. Don't worry.
Finally, in third.
Stay in neutral to start it, right?
Yeah.
Clutch in to start it?
No.
Hey, she started right back up.
Yep. You just
Give me a heart
cleared
attack,
that,
bro.
yeah. All right, straight. Yeah, keep coming straight. Left. I turn the key.
Left or right?
I try it. I don't know. There you go. The push button just activates the starter.
Dude, that was... It's so... Everything is so heavy and clunky. The clutch it goes so far in, but when you're giving it gas and you're pulling it out, it doesn't bite until you're basically all the way off it. So there was a lot of... Clutch was in, I was giving it gas, and it was just sitting still while I like slowly let out the clutch, trying to find the bite, and then giving it more gas to compensate. I mean, it's so fun to drive. It is so fun. It drives like a car, like it drives normally. It's amazing that this is, I mean, 1943, and just be able to be driving a thing like this, and you look around, and it's, I mean, you know, this is the shit you see in museums. You know, I'm not allowed to get inside these things normally, let alone drive one. So I mean, this is a bucket list item. This is a lifetime experience. So I think for a first time, that was great. I'll take it. I'll submit that for the record.
Oh bugger, the half-track's on fire.
Yeah. Okay. Easy to get out. It's a normal pull handle, and don't leave anything in there. I had the vibrations of this caused one of the keepers on my pins to fly. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, this thing shakes like a mother trucker. It is like the whole time. But I
think it is a little more brittle than it used to be.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be as bad, but it's still bolted together armor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For letting me do that. That is incredible. What an awesome thing.
You know,
this is such a fun, it's so much fun. Yeah, so that's your clutch. It goes in a long way. That's your brake, goes in a long. Yeah, this gas pedal is so awkward because it really only engages way up here. You have to put like the heel of your foot way up here because your instinct is to go down here like this, but you're not really getting the leverage you need. So you might have to go all the way up here and like push on it like this, and you got to adjust the way that you're sitting so you can put your whole leg behind it rather than just pivoting your foot. But and the steering, actually the steering's not bad at all. Like it definitely, you gotta go a couple times, but like once you do, it's going. Really fun to drive, I will say. It's very fun. I've said that a million times, but I also am still a bit starstruck that I even got to do this at all. But yeah, what a pleasure and an honor. up in the turret. Oh goodness, this is so, whoa. All right, so this would be gunner slash commander. Well, commander, I don't know if they're the same person
That's the
exactly,
gunner.
but.
No, that would be the gunner.
Okay, and commander would be next
Commander
too?
would be here.
Roger. Okay, oh, there's a lot of things to hit your butt on. Cramped, whoa, actually, yeah, how am I supposed to, you know what, I might be able to just drop down like this. I hope I'm not gonna step on anything I'm not supposed to.
No, don't worry.
Oh, wow. Gee whiz. Goodness gracious. Yeah, wow, it is tight in here. Goodness, I had to step on this like plate behind the seat so I could get in, because I wouldn't fit otherwise. Jeez, this is where you're at. I'm kind of leaning backwards, so you are just about where my head is, and you can look right. I guess that's a little indicator light of some kind. All your little control box here, little doohickeys here, doodads and dangle bops back here, and then your ginormous traverse. I guess this is manual. It has to be. I don't even know if this is original, to be honest. It doesn't look original, but this is obviously elevation, depression, and I assume the trigger for the gun. And that's where the gun would go. So you'd have your breech sitting, it's like if you're here, the breech is like right next to you, in between you and the commander would sit there, and they were telling me this is for to go poop poop pee pee, and you have to put a bucket or something underneath there. This is very cramped. This would suck. I'd imagine with all your military gear too, plus your helmet. I could only imagine being in a position like this for hours and hours and hours on end in a combat situation. It would suck. It would honestly be pretty awful. At least you're, scout recon type stuff, so it's not like you're going up against main battle tanks or anything. But now, yeah, I don't want to take this as like this tank sucks and like, ooh, like boo, British can't make good tanks. What I mean by this is, as a civilian, as somebody who is used to the luxuries of not only the modern day, but the modern civilian luxuries of normal cars, tanks are indeed, they're not built for comfort. I mean, I know that, they try, really try, but for what it's worth, the driver's position is very comfortable. You have plenty of room to rock back and forth. I'm also slouching, by the way. This is me standing back straight. I'm just barely, my forehead is like colliding with the ring. I'm a 6'1", by the way, on a good day. Yeah, I'm a little bit too tall for the goggles. I would have to slouch a bit. Shout out to all my tankers, man. Shout out. You guys are doing a lot of stuff. Now, for the commander's position, if we just pop over, I now have a backrest, which is nice. I also have a toilet, I guess, which is nice. Even more, no, actually, you know what? Actually, this is not bad. The backrest helps a lot. I can sit up straight. I'm perfectly in line with all the periscopes. I can see out all my periscopes. They're actually super nice. They're actually super useful. Actually really useful. Wow. Hey, periscopes actually work. Who would have thought? I've got my little optic. Oh, cool. I can actually see through it. It's actually, it's real. The gun breech would be where my arm is right now, poking out this way. That's, elbow. If my elbow was extended, it would be hitting the breech. So you're tucked in not to get hit with the breech. I'd imagine you're doing one of these probably, gripping onto the bottom of your periscope. It's a bit annoying how the seat kind of makes you want to face this way, but the optics are over here. So you kind of have to like turn a bit of an odd angle, but I could actually imagine sitting in a position like this for hours on end, and it wouldn't be terrible. Oh wait, the gunner would have a backrest. Look, he's got little holes for backrest. So I take that back. I think one thing I've noticed, and I noticed this very much in the Sherman as well, where it's not that there isn't space, so to speak. I mean, there isn't, but it's more so a sense of like, you're locked in a position. You have the one set position that you sit in, and your limbs are in certain places, you're holding on to certain things, and your feet are positioned a certain way, and you have room. And it's not that bad. But if you deviate from that in any way, it either becomes uncomfortable or you start banging into stuff. So it's the idea of being locked in one position for hours and hours and hours on end, and not having much room to stretch or open up your arms, and that might drive some people crazy, but let me try to get a first person. I'm gonna try my best to get a first person here as much as I can without putting you inside my skull. Your gunner sight is right up here, which is cool. You got a little vane sight. You've got optics all around you that are actually pretty useful. Rack back there, I guess ammo and or probably the radio would go there maybe. I'm not sure. bunch of stuff down here probably that you would have. Again, gun breech would be here. So the gun breech would take up all this space right here. So that would be difficult to do, difficult to manage.
I want you to disconnect the battery.
I see. Done.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ow. I was just coming up out of here and I banged my head on, I think that. So, yeah, keep in mind you've got all this stuff too. Whoa. A lot of ways to bang your head up in here. In any tank, I would imagine. The inside of the FV something or something Scimitar. Very fun tank to drive, but I would imagine would suck to be here in the turret. That's it. That's me for you. My name's Etta, and that's it. Thanks. So this is the Cummins. It's been replaced.
Correct.
It's not the original. Still very cool. Because yeah, the originals would have been painted this British like turquoise color, right?
It might have been, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if the Jaguars would have, but I know all the Leland engines were.
Because the 434, that's painted that bluish green.
Yeah, and all the Mr. Hughes, and he restores all of his like chieftains and stuff. All the engines and transmissions and stuff, they're all painted that turquoise. I think to me it seemed like a British staple. It was like something they just did to make stuff stand out. The Soviets had a really cool thing that they did all the way back in World War II where they would color code all the little lines. So I think like yellow were fuel lines, blue was oxygen,
smart.
red was like something else, and like even like World War II T-34s like had it that way.
That's so smart.
Yeah, and I don't know why no one else does it, because even today we don't do it. But like the T-72, you pull one open and they do it that way. When Mr. Hughes restored the FV107, they color coded all the lines because they were like, "This it's just such a good idea." Like I don't know why no one else does it, but shout out the Soviets in that regard because
The FV what for?
4005, 4005.
It's like in between the Centurion and the Chieftain.
No, it's a Centurion with a like 400 millimeter naval gun or something mounted on it for big tests. It's in World of Tanks. Yeah,
I showed you it.
The big barn, basically the British KV2, but like somehow even crazier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 185. Yeah, I 400 to pull that out of my ass, but yeah, they had because Bobbington had the turret and the gun lying around, and Mr. Hughes and them literally restore Centurions for a living. So
I saw it when I went there. That was before it was restored, so it's still on a different hull.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be on a Mark III hull. Is when it was originally developed. They had put it on a Mark III hull, and then at some point in history, they took the turret off and used the hull for some other firing tests, and then it was in Bobbington on display, all rusted out, on a Mark V, I think, hull or something like that, or maybe a Mark 10. I don't know how high the Centurion marks go. Mr. Hughes and them were like, "Hey, we have a Centurion Mark III hull lying around," and they teamed up with the Tank Museum and they gave him the turret and the gun, and they totally restored it, and it runs and everything.
Videos.
This is so cool. Start getting it throttle, and then you're just push the throttle forward all the way.
Second Armored.
Let's go! Order! That's why you sorry ass in blood! Oh, you beautiful babies!
Woo! That is hilariously fun. That is so awesome. I can imagine with a little paintball shooter, this would be so, I would pay money for this. This would be so much fun. It controls so easy. Like it's literally like you just push both tillers forward and it goes, and then to steer, you just let off one of them a little bit. It's so easy. It's surprisingly, it can get up and down some steep little hills. It's so cute and it's so awesome. I can totally see kids having a freaking whale of a time. Even adults, like I would have a whale of a time with this. Just do a normal. Stand up on the seat. Okay. If the tank was on fire, that is quick getaway time. And you have your little maintenance hatch, which doesn't open. It's perfect. It's great.
It's just like a museum piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Fused together.
Yeah, exactly. Very cute little tank. I could see this being so much fun. And of course, we can't ignore the fact that it's basically using Sherman suspension. So take all my flipping money. As if I wasn't being spoiled enough, I'm gonna get to drive a blimmin' Humvee. Probably drives like a normal car, but I guess I'll find out. Yeah. So handbrake off, that is easy. Push this in, and drive. And drink it. Bit of a 3-point turn, I think, on this one. The steering is. There's one thing driving manual has taught me, it's how to drive one-handed. It's a bit slippy slidey. Yeah. It kind of handles like some video game cars, where like you give it a little bit of steering and it just starts drifting. Yeah, right. Like the Halo Warthog. This is a much nicer, more modern driving experience. I mean, it's literally like driving a normal car. The gas pedal is just as unresponsive as it is on the Half-Track. Like I'm pushing on it, but I don't feel like I'm really making much headway. You give it a little bit of steering, and it just suddenly wants to start veering. And you gotta counteract it. Live Edit 320 driving review. That is very fun. Yeah, man. I couldn't tell if is the move to just floor it and go for it, or do I hit it and then go over? I think I made the right choice.
Okay. I did not realize that log was gonna go like that. Yeah. I was right in between those branches. Yeah.
Well, and the log moved.
Yeah.
Under, like the tires pushed it under.
Yeah.
It wasn't solid. Tracks. Next up on the driving list, I think I'm gonna need these. Anything I'm not supposed to hit? Oh wow. This looks like big gas pedal. Oh my god. Alright. Is it big enough? Yeah, I think just about. Oh, there you go. I see you. I see. Yes, okay.
And then, so put this one back on, get a feel for that.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, gotcha. That makes you can feel the clattering of the tracks. back to engage the brake. In neutral, pull this to do reverse. We're just gonna put it in drive. So now it's in drive, and these are the parking brakes. So we'll quickly push these in, take that off, and now we're rolling. And then all it is just gas. And then you see that. So to the brakes, you pull them back, and then when they're back far enough, you push in, and they'll lock back up, and then you can change gears, do whatever you want. My wax is not behaving with me right now. While we're stopped, you can pull this and put it into neutral, and then into reverse. And now it jerked a little bit, and it wants to go. So we're gonna take this off, and then now you're backwards. We can go back over it again. Just barely see where I'm at. And then to stop, pull it back. There you go. There we go. A little tough. These are heavy, heavy tillers. You sometimes really do. You got to use both hands a little bit. And then, yeah, just put it in neutral. That automatically pops back. And then that's it. That's how you drive FV23, FV434, but very, very cool. And that is a hard day's work. Pull it right back where it was. Yeah. This was by far the easiest tank to drive. Like, the steering tillers were quite heavy, but like I was just saying, like there was never anything with this tank where I felt like I was pushing it too hard, or like with some of the other tanks, you feel like if you do a certain combination of things, you might hurt something or might do something wrong. Pull the tillers as much as I wanted, I could do anything, and it didn't feel like I was gonna break something, which is a nice feeling, but it handles so nicely. There's a certain bit where when you start pulling on the tracks and you hear a click and then it starts turning, or you start pulling on the tiller, there's a bit of like a little bit of play, and then you hit a certain click and then it starts turning. So to get some of that slower, finer turning, you are kind of like jolting around, but you get control over it. If you're going slow enough, you can totally manage it. And then when you're going fast, it's just pulling on the tillers, and she just so slowly maneuvers. Then, like we were saying, like this is my first time ever driving this, and we maneuvered through like a little forest with trees, and I was doing 3-point turns, and I did it just fine. Like, it's just so easy to use. Like, they always say how tanks are meant to be idiot proof, right? Like, they're supposed to get just a normal person who's never driven a tank, and then you're supposed to train them how to drive a tank, so it needs to be easy. And this one was by far the easiest to drive. Like, pretty much anyone could hop into this, and you have drive, neutral, and reverse, just like a normal car. The only difference is instead of steering wheel, you have tillers. Otherwise, no brake. You pull on the tillers to do brakes. But really nice, very comfortable tank, and quite spacious as well in the back as well. You're saying there'd be 3 other crew guys back there, commander and 2 mechanics, because this was obviously an armored recovery vehicle, but or an engineering vehicle. But yeah, this was. I'm still trying to decide which one is most fun or which one's the favorite. This one's pretty high up there, I gotta say, because it's so big, but it handles so well. You feel like you could go really fast in this. You feel like you could take tight corners, but it's also like a big boat, and it handles bumps and everything so nicely. So yeah, this is up there. I'll have to deliberate tonight. I don't think I'll have an answer till tomorrow of which one's my favorite. The Half-Track is still really high up there too. But what a treat this is. It's just like an empty.
Because normally that would be a troop compartment, and there'd be like a big door or something.
Be an APC turned into.
And here's a work table.
Yeah.
Comes down, or flip up your
a vise and comes down, and yeah, it's like a little engineering table. My dad would love this thing. I'm having the time of my life right now. You kidding me? I'm in a freaking Willy Jeep. Great heavens. Good Lord. This one will be fun to take her out the door. so nice. It's so much fun. Oh man, between the trees. Woo. Whoa. Oh no. Oh, she does not like that. Woo. That would be grandiose.
Alright.
Gotta give her constant attention.
Yep.
I don't on her own at all.
Sayonara.
Let's go. Here I am, now driving a Willy's Jeep over the Colorado mountains in the background. I am living life right now, man. I am living life.
So yeah, that basically concludes what is essentially going to be part one of a broader my trip to Colorado sort of series that I want to make out of this. Again, this is all focusing on the driving of their vehicles that I got to do, but like I said in the intro, they also let me shoot a bunch of their really cool and rare guns, and then afterwards in the following days, I got to just go do a bunch of really cool military history stuff out and around in Colorado. Keep your eyes peeled, but in the meantime, my name is FV107. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. Hey, I actually did remember to say all that stuff at the end. Leave a comment, it boosts the algorithm, and let me know what you thought, or let me know if you think I'm stupid. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. It's lame. It's just lame. All my outros are just lame. I just can't. What is the bye-bye? What is that? What does that mean? Why would I do that? It's cringe.